Are you overwhelmed by negativity, as if it's drawn to you like a magnet? As a chosen one, you are uniquely sensitive to the vibrations of those around you, often absorbing their negativity like a sponge. This special ability can be both a gift and a curse. Today, we're going to explore powerful techniques and insights to help you manage and transmute this energy, turning it into a force for positive transformation. The first perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is feeling overwhelmed by emotions. When you walk into a room and the floodgates of others' emotions open, it can feel like you're being swept away by a relentless torrent. This bombardment can be draining, but within this tide lies your superpower: enhanced emotional intelligence and deep empathy. At a family gathering, the cacophony of voices and the whirlwind of feelings can make you feel like you're in the eye of a storm. Instead of being overwhelmed, you can harness your emotional awareness to detect the subtle signals that others miss. You notice the quiet distress of your aunt, masked by her forced laughter. You see the tension in your brother's eyes, hidden beneath his jokes. With your heightened sensitivity, you step in as a pillar of support. You offer a comforting word, a gentle touch, or simply your presence, turning their invisible struggles into shared experiences. Your empathy becomes a sanctuary, a place where they feel seen and understood. This ability to sense emotions is a lighthouse guiding you through the fog of human interactions. At work, you can sense the unspoken frustration in a colleague's silence, the hidden excitement in another's restrained smile. This awareness allows you to handle complex social dynamics with ease, addressing issues before they erupt and fostering a harmonious environment. Your colleagues begin to see you as a trusted confidant, someone who understands their unvoiced concerns and acts with compassion and insight. Even in casual encounters, your emotional intelligence sets you apart. While others may overlook the fleeting signs of discomfort or joy in strangers, you see them clearly. At a social event, you notice the person standing alone, their anxiety palpable. Instead of ignoring them, you approach with kindness, making them feel included and valued. Your empathy transforms ordinary interactions into meaningful connections, building a network of trust and understanding around you. Your perceived curse of being overwhelmed by emotions is, in truth, a superpower of profound emotional intelligence and empathy. It allows you to connect deeply with others, to be a beacon of support in times of need, and to handle the complexities of human relationships with grace and wisdom. This sensitivity is not a burden, but a powerful gift that enables you to touch lives with your compassion and insight, turning every emotional wave into an opportunity for connection and growth. The second perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is your intuition overload. Constantly knowing when others are lying or hiding things can feel like a relentless storm battering your senses. But this curse is actually a beacon of truth in a world clouded by deception. Your intuition is a laser, cutting through the fog of dishonesty and revealing the underlying reality. At work, this ability transforms you into a strategic mastermind. In team meetings, where the air is thick with half-truths and hidden agendas, your intuition detects the undercurrents that others miss. While colleagues might be oblivious to the brewing conflicts or the unspoken concerns, you can sense them with pinpoint accuracy. Instead of being overwhelmed, you use this awareness to steer the project away from potential pitfalls. You address issues proactively, suggesting solutions before problems escalate. This positions you as a trusted advisor, the go-to person who can face complex dynamics with ease and foresight. Your colleagues and superiors begin to rely on your insights, recognizing your unique ability to foresee and mitigate challenges. In your personal life, your intuition becomes your guiding light. During a casual conversation with a friend, you sense their distress despite their cheerful facade. Your ability to read between the lines allows you to offer support before they even voice their troubles. You become the confidant, the one who always knows when something is wrong, providing comfort and guidance effortlessly. When making critical decisions, your intuition acts as a compass, guiding you through the labyrinth of choices with unerring accuracy. You can sense the hidden currents and navigate accordingly, making decisions that others might second-guess. This foresight becomes your greatest asset, allowing you to steer clear of potential disasters and seize opportunities that others overlook. Your perceived curse of intuition overload is, in fact, a superpower of unmatched clarity and insight. It allows you to connect deeply with those around you, anticipate and mitigate issues proactively, and make decisions with unwavering confidence. You transform this heightened sensitivity into a powerful tool, elevating your role from merely a participant to a pivotal figure who shapes the course of events with precision and empathy. The third perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is struggling with boundaries. When you're constantly saying yes to others' demands, it can feel like you're being pulled apart, each request a thread unraveling your sense of self. This difficulty in setting boundaries can lead to burnout, but within this challenge lies a powerful opportunity. Learning to set healthy boundaries empowers and protects your energy. Consider your daily work life. Your boss asks you to take on yet another project when your plate is already full. Instead of feeling compelled to agree and risk overloading yourself, you recognize the importance of your well-being. You assertively decline, explaining your current commitments and your need to maintain the quality of your work. By saying no, you safeguard your energy, ensuring that you can perform effectively and sustainably in your existing responsibilities. This act of setting boundaries transforms you from a passive participant to a master of your own time and energy, respected for your ability to manage your workload with clarity and confidence. In your personal life, the ability to set boundaries becomes a shield, protecting you from the relentless demands of others. Friends and family might constantly seek your help, unaware of the toll it takes on you. By learning to say no, you preserve your mental and emotional health. When a friend asks for a favor that you simply cannot accommodate, you respond with honesty and kindness, explaining your limits. This doesn't weaken your relationships. Instead, it strengthens them as others begin to respect your time and needs. Even in moments of self-care, setting boundaries is crucial. You dedicate time to activities that recharge you, whether it's a hobby, exercise, or quiet reflection. By prioritizing these moments, you prevent burnout and enhance your overall well-being. This commitment to yourself is not selfish, it's essential. It ensures that you remain a source of strength and support for others without depleting your own reserves. Your perceived curse of struggling with boundaries is, in fact, a superpower waiting to be unlocked. By learning to set healthy boundaries, you protect your energy, maintain your effectiveness, and command respect from those around you. This ability to assert your needs and limits transforms your relationships and work life, allowing you to thrive without sacrificing your well-being. Your boundaries become the fortress that guards your vitality, enabling you to shine brightly without burning out. The fourth perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is discomfort in crowded places. Feeling overwhelmed in chaotic environments can seem like a relentless assault on your senses, leaving you drained and anxious. However, this sensitivity is a signal, urging you to seek the serenity and strength found in solitude and nature. Crowded events might feel like a suffocating whirlwind. The noise, the bustle, the crush of people, all of it can be overpowering. Yet this very discomfort guides you toward moments of tranquility that others might overlook. When attending a busy event, you can transform this challenge into an opportunity for renewal. Step outside, find a quiet corner, or walk through a nearby park. These breaks allow you to breathe deeply, reconnect with your inner calm, and return to the event with a renewed sense of energy and purpose. This practice doesn't just preserve your well-being, it makes you more present and engaged when you are in the thick of it. Your discomfort in crowded places also drives you to seek out the natural world, where you can recharge your spirit. The solitude of a forest trail or the stillness of a lakeside retreat provides a sanctuary for your senses. These moments of connection with nature are more than just breaks. They are vital restoratives that fortify your mind and body. You emerge from these retreats with a clarity and strength that others, constantly immersed in noise and chaos, may never achieve. Even in everyday settings, you can turn this perceived curse into a superpower, by creating your own pockets of peace. At work, carve out a quiet space where you can retreat during hectic moments. At home, dedicate a room or corner to solitude and relaxation. These sanctuaries become your fortresses, places where you can find balance and regain your composure. Your perceived curse of discomfort in crowded places is, in truth, a superpower of profound sensitivity to your environment. It drives you to seek out and create spaces of tranquility, where you can recharge and find inner strength. By honoring this need for solitude and nature, you not only protect your well-being, but also enhance your ability to face the chaos of the world with grace and resilience. Your sensitivity becomes a compass, guiding you to the calm within the storm and enabling you to thrive in all areas of your life. The fifth perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is absorbing negative energy. When you take on others' negative emotions and energies, it can feel like you're carrying the weight of the world, dragging you down into a mire of anxiety and exhaustion. Yet, within this sensitivity lies the potential for immense strength, developing resilience and learning to observe without absorbing. In your daily interactions, you often find yourself as the confidant, the one friends and family turn to when they need to vent their frustrations. This role, though important, can be draining if you absorb their negative emotions. Instead, by practicing active listening, you transform this curse into a superpower. When a friend shares their struggles, you listen deeply and empathetically, but you maintain a clear boundary between their emotions and your own. You offer support and understanding without letting their negativity seep into your psyche. This practice not only preserves your well-being, but also enhances your ability to provide genuine, balanced support. At work, the constant barrage of stress and negativity can feel like a storm battering your defenses. Colleagues may offload their anxieties onto you, hoping for relief. Here, your superpower comes into play. You develop a mental shield, a way to acknowledge and address their concerns without internalizing them. By visualizing their negative energy as something you can observe and then release, you protect your own emotional balance. This makes you a resilient presence in the workplace, someone who can handle the emotional turbulence without being overwhelmed by it. Even in crowded or high-energy environments, your ability to develop resilience becomes a beacon of strength. When surrounded by the collective stress and negativity of others, you center yourself, grounding your emotions in your own reality. This allows you to move through these spaces with calm assurance, unaffected by the swirling chaos around you. Your perceived curse of absorbing negative energy is, in fact, a superpower of emotional resilience and mastery. By learning to observe without absorbing, you maintain your own well-being while offering steadfast support to those around you. This resilience enables you to navigate the emotional landscapes of your life with grace and strength, turning every challenge into an opportunity for growth and empowerment. Your ability to balance empathy with self-protection transforms you into a pillar of stability, capable of weathering any storm with unwavering composure. The sixth perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is your people-pleasing tendencies. Saying yes to avoid disappointing others can feel like you're trapped in a web of obligations, each thread tightening around your own desires until they vanish. Yet within this seemingly self-sacrificial behavior lies the potential for profound empowerment, building the confidence to prioritize your own needs and desires. This transformation begins with recognizing the moments when you instinctively agree to things you don't want to do. For instance, a friend invites you to a social event that you dread. Instead of saying yes out of a fear of letting them down, you take a bold step toward honoring yourself. You decline the invitation, asserting your preference with grace and confidence. This act of prioritizing your own well-being is not a rejection of the other person, but a powerful affirmation of your own worth. You spend the evening engaged in an activity that rejuvenates you, whether it's reading a favorite book, taking a long walk, or indulging in a hobby. This simple act reinforces your ability to honor your preferences and recharges your spirit. At work, the pressure to please can be relentless. Colleagues and supervisors may constantly seek your help, knowing you're reliable. However, By continuously saying yes, you risk stretching yourself too thin, leading to burnout and dissatisfaction. Here's where your superpower comes into play. You start setting boundaries, respectfully declining tasks that overextend you, and focusing on your key responsibilities. This newfound confidence not only enhances your productivity, but also earns you respect from your peers. They see you as someone who values their own contributions and can manage their workload effectively. Even in personal relationships, prioritizing your needs strengthens your connections. When a loved one asks for a favor that strains your resources, you communicate openly about your limitations. This honesty fosters mutual respect and understanding, deepening the bond you share. Your perceived curse of people-pleasing is, in truth, a superpower of self-respect and assertiveness. By learning to prioritize your own needs, you transform from a passive participant to an empowered individual who commands respect and radiates confidence. This ability to honor your preferences not only enhances your well-being, but also inspires others to value their own needs. You become a beacon of self-respect, illuminating the path for others to follow, and turning every yes and no into a declaration of your worth. The seventh perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is feeling responsible for others' happiness. Carrying the emotional burden of those around you can be like holding up a crumbling sky, with each person's troubles adding to the weight pressing down on you. This overwhelming sense of duty can be exhausting. However, hidden within this burden is the potential to become a source of empowerment, guiding others to find their own strength while maintaining your own. In your daily life, this transformation can be profound. At work, you might find yourself constantly stepping in to solve your colleagues' problems, feeling an unspoken obligation to keep everyone content. This approach, while well-meaning, drains your energy and prevents others from developing their own problem-solving skills. Instead, you can turn this curse into a superpower by shifting your focus. When a colleague approaches you with an issue, resist the urge to take it on entirely. Offer them guidance and support, but encourage them to find their own solutions. This not only promotes their growth and confidence, but also liberates you from carrying the weight of their challenges. In personal relationships, the desire to ensure everyone's happiness can be equally draining. Family and friends might lean on you, expecting you to be the pillar that supports them through every storm. By consistently shouldering their burdens, you risk depleting your own emotional reserves. Transform this perceived curse by fostering resilience in those you care about. When a loved one confides in you about their struggles, listen with empathy, then gently encourage them to take steps toward resolving their issues independently. This approach doesn't diminish your support. It enhances it by teaching them to stand strong on their own. Even in moments of everyday interaction, you can practice this empowering approach. When someone turns to you with their troubles, remind yourself that your role is to support, not to save. By providing a listening ear and thoughtful advice, you help them build their own emotional resilience. This shift not only lightens your load, but also enriches your relationships, creating a dynamic where mutual growth and strength are valued. Your perceived curse of feeling responsible for others' happiness is, in reality, a superpower of empowerment. By learning to support others without absorbing their burdens, you preserve your own well-being and foster independence and strength in those around you. This transformation allows you to be a beacon of support and wisdom, guiding others to find their own paths while maintaining your own sense of balance and inner peace. You become the catalyst for growth, turning the weight of responsibility into a force of empowerment and resilience. The eighth perceived curse that you can turn into a superpower is feeling overwhelmed by closeness and intimacy. The intensity of deep connections can feel like a tidal wave crashing over you, threatening to engulf your sense of self. This can be stressful and draining, but hidden within this challenge is the potential to forge meaningful, balanced relationships with clear boundaries. The key to transforming this curse lies in assertive communication. When you're in a close relationship, whether with a partner, family member, or friend, the pressure to be constantly available and emotionally open can be overwhelming. Instead of allowing this to drain you, take control by clearly communicating your need for personal space. Explain to your loved ones that you value your relationship with them, but also need time to recharge on your own. This candid approach not only preserves your well-being, but also fosters respect and understanding, strengthening the bond you share. Consider a scenario at work. You may have a colleague who frequently seeks emotional support, expecting you to be their confidant. While it's important to be supportive, it's equally crucial to maintain your boundaries. When the emotional demands become too much, assertively set limits on these interactions. Let your colleague know that while you're there for them, you also need to focus on your responsibilities and personal well-being. This balance prevents burnout and ensures that your professional relationships remain healthy and productive. In romantic relationships, the need for personal space is just as vital. When intimacy feels overwhelming, it's essential to communicate your boundaries clearly and compassionately. By expressing your need for time alone or personal activities, you ensure that the relationship remains fulfilling and respectful. This honesty prevents resentment and allows both partners to thrive individually and together. Your perceived curse of being overwhelmed by closeness and intimacy is, in fact, a superpower of creating balanced and meaningful connections. By setting and maintaining clear boundaries, you protect your energy and foster relationships that are healthy and fulfilling. This ability to balance intimacy with personal space transforms your interactions, ensuring that you can enjoy deep connections without losing yourself in the process. You become a master of your own emotional landscape, guiding relationships with wisdom and strength, and turning what once felt like a burden into a source of empowerment and harmony. Transforming your perceived curses into superpowers is not just a possibility, it's your destiny. By adopting these practices, you can harness your sensitivity and turn it into an incredible strength. Recognizing the power in your emotional intelligence, intuition, boundaries, and empathy is essential to this transformation. Every time you use your heightened emotional awareness to comfort someone in distress, you become a pillar of strength. Each instance where you set boundaries, protecting your well-being while encouraging others to grow, you redefine what it means to be empathetic and resilient. When you find solitude and peace in nature, you reinforce your ability to recharge and face the world with renewed energy. And as you encourage others to solve their problems while maintaining your own balance, you become a beacon of empowerment and wisdom. Think about the times you felt overwhelmed by the needs of others or drained by the chaos around you. These moments are not your weaknesses. They are the crucibles in which your strength is forged. By learning to observe without absorbing, setting healthy boundaries, and prioritizing your needs, you turn these challenges into opportunities for growth and empowerment. Now take this newfound understanding and put it into practice. Start by recognizing your unique abilities and how they shape your interactions and relationships. Reflect on your daily experiences and identify where you can set boundaries, find moments of peace, or encourage others to find their own strength. By doing so, you not only enhance your well-being, but also inspire those around you to recognize and harness their own superpowers. Engage with our community and share your stories. Your experiences can be a source of inspiration and strength for others who are on the same path. Continue exploring ways to enhance your personal empowerment and encourage others to do the same. Together, we can create a network of support and resilience, turning our perceived curses into collective superpowers. Your journey of transformation starts now. Embrace your unique sensitivities, recognize your strengths, and let your superpowers shine. Share your experiences, connect with others, and continue to grow. Your story is a beacon for others, guiding them toward their own path of empowerment.